Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Flourish Sparks. Okay, today we are going to learn how to take our full measurements as a beginner. This is the first thing you are supposed to know as a fashion designer or as a beginner. I'll show you how to take your measurements with your tape rule, with your tape. Okay, when you hear half yard, like how we normally call it at our end here, when you hear half yard, your half yard is your 18 inches here, from 1 to your 18 inches here is your half yard. When you hear your 1 yard, it reads from your 1 to your 36, your 36 here, your 36 inches is your 1 yard. Okay, now that's how it goes. You read it, but the easier way we know it is you measure from your 1 yard. Some want half yard, so when you hear your half yard, you count from your 1 to 18, and then your 1 yard 1 to 36 inches. That's your 1 yard. Okay guys, now we are going to take our full measurement, full body measurement, which comprises of both your gown length, your skirt, your trouser, and more. So watch as we go on. Okay, now we'll start from measuring our shoulder. And when you want to take your measurements, make sure you stand at the side of your customer or the person you want to measure. You take the measurement by the side this way. So now we'll take our shoulder measurement this way. The shoulder measurement from this peak here, from here to here. Study the shoulder very well so that the shoulder will not fall off when you finish taking the measurements. Like now, our shoulder is 16 inches. 16 inches from here, from this end to this end. Her shoulder is 16 inches. Then her shoulder here to her bust point is, see, from this point of her neck is her shoulder. Her shoulder from her bust point is 9 inches. Her shoulder to her under bust and shoulder to her under bust is 13 inches. Her under bust round, we take her under bust round. Watch. Her under bust round, make sure is at her under bust this way. Her under bust round is 28.5 inches. Her half length. Half length, you get your accurate half length by try and indicate her navel. Now see her navel. Her navel, you go 2 inches, 2 inches above her navel. That is how to get your accurate half length for perfect fitting. 2 inches above your navel. So now, from her shoulder to 2 inches above her navel is 16. Her half length is 16 inches. So now we'll take her bust round. Her bust round this way. Her bust round measurement is 36 inches. Bust round this way, 36 inches. Okay, 36 inches. Bust span measurements or nipple to nipple measurements. This way, Her nipple to nipple measurement is 6.5 inches. This way, nipple to nipple from here to here is 6.5 inches. We take her waist round measurement. Her waist is the point of that's her half length. Her waist round. Her waist round is 27 inches. Okay, now take her hip round. Her hip. See her hip round. Make sure it's at her very hip. This way, it should lie on her buttocks. Her hip round is 38.5 inches. Her hip round, 38.5 inches. We take her gown measurements, which includes her very short gown above the knee. After the knee, that is the 3/4 gown length, then the full length. Let's go now. So her very short gown length is 35 inches from your shoulder, and make sure your tape is placed on the bust area. It shouldn't be this way because you get the wrong measurement. It should be this way. Her short gown measurement length is 35 inches. If the person wants above her knee, see her knee cap here, very above the knee is 38.5 inches. Okay, let me write this two down. Her short gown is 35 inches. Her just above her knee is 38.5 inches. So let's take her 3/4. Her 3/4 is somewhere around the calf area here. Calf is this place. It's 45 inches. Her 3/4 gown length is 45 inches. Then her full gown length. Her gown length is 54 inches. If the person wants floor length, you can add 5 inches to it. So we are writing down now the 3/4, which is 45 inches. The gown length, 54 inches. And the full gown length, like I said earlier, if the person wants it to be floor length this way, your tape should run down and touch the floor this way, which is 57. Very full gown length that is touching the floor. Her own is 57. So now we're going to take her round arm, the round of her. Remember, we are doing round sleeve. We are taking round sleeves measurements. Okay. Here now is her round here is 11 inches. Okay, 11 inches. At her 3/4 area, her 3/4 area is also 11 inches. Then her full length round is 7 inches. Now, when you want to make all this boo-boo style, okay, boo-boo style, that is, they call it cut together sleeve. When you want to do cut together sleeve in any style of outfit you are making, you take your measurements this way. Boo-boo style this way. From the center of her head this way, somewhere here at this spinal cord region, at the neck here, we will take the full sleeve measurement for cut together sleeves this way. Okay, from this point here to here is 15 inches. 15 inches from this point to here is 15 inches. From this point to her 3/4 length is 21 inches. Then the very full cut together sleeve here is 27 inches. So note this. Okay, now we're going to take our trouser measurements. How to take your accurate trouser measurements. Okay, now first of all, we start by taking the hip measurement, the waist. We start by taking our waist measurement, trouser for trouser. This is high waist measurement we are taking now. So when you are taking your trouser measurement, your waist measurement, let's say the person's waist is her waist now is 30 inches. So, but when you want to take a trouser measurement, there's this fitting. You're supposed to make it tight so that when you put the waistband, it will be fitted on the person's waist. It will fit the person's waist accurately. Like now, it's 30. I'm not going to take this 30. I'm going to make it 29 inches. This way, the trouser band will fit on her waist perfectly. It will lap on her waist. This is the easy way to get your waistband, waist round for trouser. Her own is 29 inches. I'm going to take the trouser length. This for high waist. You know, normally girls like high waist trousers. But if it's your low waist, you can start your measurement from here. But this goes for guys. Ladies like high waist measurement from your waist. So now, from her waist to her short trouser length is 18 inches here. 18 inches. 18 inches. Her calf is 28 inches from her waist. From her waist. Then her trouser length is 39 inches. 39 inches. But for floor length is 41 inches. Now we'll take her hip measurements. Make sure the tape is on her buttocks. You take by the side here. Her hip is 38 and a half inches. So now, to get your accurate flap or crotch measurement, flap is this place. So that flap is like this. To get it, because this is what will make your trouser to have a nice balancing, not to be tight. For you to get your accurate flap measurement, you divide your hip by 4. Like now, you divide your hip by 4. The answer is your flap. Like now, her hip here is 38 inches, 38 and a half inches. You divide it into 4 like this. This is into 2. This is into 4. Now, her flap here is 9 10.6 inches. Okay, since her flap is 9.6 inches, you add one inch to it. It will be 10.6 inches. Okay, for the flap, this will give her accurate flap measurement or accurate crotch measurement. Now we're taking her lap measurement this way. Take her lap measurements this way, not this way, this way. Her lap round is 26.5 inches. Now, round her knee here, above her knee, not on top of the knee. Round her knee here is 17.5 inches. 17.5 inches. Now, round her calf. Her calf here is this place. This part of the leg is calf here. Round the calf is 15.5 inches. So now round her ankle. This is your ankle. Round her ankle is 10 inches. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye.